Why post the photo? If you don't want the likes, the comments, the thirst, the simps, the haters, all of the above, don't post the photo. You post that, you're looking for all of the comments.
Sue Bird dropped bombshells on Angel Reese after her latest New Year's Eve stunt. Because why focus on basketball greatness when you can trend for everything else? Reese, the self-proclaimed rebounding queen, lit up Instagram for all the wrong reasons. And who better to call her out than Sue Bird, a four-time WNBA champ who knows what it actually means to stay focused on the game.
It's really fun, rewarding, and also interesting to watch these younger athletes step into their professional careers. Obviously, Caitlin and Angel are two great examples.
Sue Bird didn't mince words, drawing a sharp contrast between Angel Reese's headline-chasing antics and Caitlin Clark's laser-focused dominance. While Clark is out here breaking records, Reese is breaking the internet with tiger print New Year's Eve ensembles. Is Angel playing the long game for attention, or has she lost sight of what really matters? Sue Bird thinks it's time for a serious wake-up call. Honestly, hard to disagree.
Azerbaijan Simkai, ring favor Yerman.
Period. Why post the photo? If you don't want the likes, the comments, the thirst, the simps, the haters, all of the above.
Angel Reese seems more focused on staying in the spotlight than elevating her game. With every headline, it becomes clearer. Basketball may not be her top priority. It's attention by any means necessary. At this point, the question isn't about talent, it's about intent.
Got a new coach who's going to give you new looks, new game plans. You've got another year with Aaliyah Boston, likely Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull. And then you've got the moves that the Fever can make in the offseason, whether it be free agency or the draft, to bolster the roster.
It's gone from disappointing to downright embarrassing. Fans who once rooted for Angel Reese are now left stunned, and not in admiration. Her antics with Caitlin Clark only highlight the gap between showmanship and true sportsmanship. While Clark lets her talent, discipline, and respect for the game speak volumes, Reese seems more focused on chasing clout than chasing greatness. Instead of uplifting women's basketball, she's turning it into a spectacle for all the wrong reasons, one cringeworthy post at a time. What could have been a story of potential and promise is quickly becoming a cautionary tale.
I understand. You want to wear it, you feel great about it, you got a great body, you play in the WNBA, but you cannot cry. You cannot say anything. I mean, have you seen some of her TikTok posts? Like, she's literally held up an outline after getting whacked.
After posting that bold fashion statement, Angel Reese was quick to delete it, maybe realizing it's hard to be taken seriously as an athlete when your biggest headlines come from Instagram, not the court. That's when the experts stepped in. WNBA legend Sue Bird didn't hold back. She zeroed in on the real issue, Reese's broken jump shot. Bird's advice? If Reese wants to go from social media sensation to actual WNBA star, raw athleticism won't be enough. Highlight reels need more than rebounds, they need buckets. And right now, Reese's shooting is giving fans more frustration than fireworks.
Shaq just called her a role player, not a star, certainly not a superstar, not a legend. Hey, you remind me of Antoine Jameson. Oh, nice player. Put up 20,000 points. No one's really heard of him.
But Sue Bird didn't stop there. She got specific. She highlighted Reese's weak 44.5% shooting on close-range attempts, stressing that this is exactly where Reese needs to improve. Bird made it clear, if you're a force on the boards and on defense, but you can't finish at the rim efficiently, you're not elevating, you're stalling. She even cited LeBron James as an example of how to balance performance and branding without letting one sabotage the other. And Reese? Instead of grinding in the gym, she seems more preoccupied picking out eyeliner shades or venting about her salary. At this rate, she's not building a legacy, she's flirting with a breakdown.
It's your vehicle to, Angel Reese has a podcast. It's her vehicle to be a podcaster, right? Whatever Caitlin ends up doing, it's the vehicle to get you to that point. So you always want to make sure that part doesn't fall.
This wasn't just criticism. Sue Bird threw down a challenge. She wasn't attacking Reese. She was urging her to rise. With her athleticism and presence, Reese could be one of the greats. But without refining her skills, she'll remain in the shadows of those who've already mastered the craft. And if she keeps leaning into self-sexualization instead of development, that shadow's only going to grow darker. Enter Stephen A. Smith, the guy who never misses an opportunity to drop hard truths. This time, Angel Reese was in his crosshairs. Her flashy New Year's Eve outfit? Yeah, that sent Stephen A. into a full-blown tailspin. His take? If you're going to post thirst trap content, don't cry when people overlook your game. Turns out, social media clout doesn't translate to respect on the court. And let's be real, Reese's look wasn't exactly giving locked-in athlete.
Is that every single thing that you do contributes to whatever it is that you're going to benefit off of, or...
But here's the kicker, Stephen A. didn't just stop at calling out Reese. He lined her up next to Caitlin Clark, because of course he did. Clark's professional, no-drama approach to branding? That's the gold standard. Forget personality. Just keep it polished and safe, right? Alright, let's talk about the real main event. Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. It's the showdown everyone's waiting for. But here's the problem. Reese still doesn't seem to grasp what this rivalry is really about. Meanwhile, Clark's out here turning the court into her personal highlight reel. We're talking 41.7% from the field and a cold-blooded 34.4% from three. She's making it rain like it's casual, like she's bored. If that's not elite, then what even is?
A lot of the videos we see with Caitlin Clark, she's got actual men, grown men out there in her face trying to keep her from making shots and this and that and the other. There's not a lot of hands in Angel Reese's face here. And I am confused by the fact that she's trying to become this long-range player, it looks like.
And then there's playmaking, the area where Caitlin Clark doesn't just shine, she blinds. 8.4 assists per game. Yeah, you heard that right. She's not just launching threes from the logo, she's setting up her teammates like a chess master 5 moves ahead. Now, let's look at Reese. 1.9 assists per game. That's not vision, that's tunnel vision. While Clark is making everyone around her better, Reese is still trying to figure out how to pass the ball without killing momentum.
If you guys saw this workout has gotten a lot of people excited for Caitlin Clark because she is like directly working on her weaknesses, which I think is a good look, honestly.
Now, let's be real. Caitlin Clark? She's in a league of her own. Her skills, dedication, and laser-sharp vision make her practically unstoppable. No distractions, no drama, just pure basketball mastery. She doesn't need the spotlight because her game demands it. Angel Reese, on the other hand, she seems to chase controversy like it's part of her brand strategy. Remember that New Year's Eve outfit that screamed, "Look at me," louder than any stat line ever could? It didn't say athlete on a mission. It said Hollywood audition. And that's the problem. While Clark's focused on being the best, Reese sometimes looks like she's focused on being seen.
Professional careers. Obviously, Caitlin and Angel are two great examples.
You know what's wild? While one WNBA rookie is busy hitting the delete button on her social media drama, another is out there deleting her competition on the court. Let's talk about the tale of 2 off seasons. One spent managing distractions, the other sharpening the game.
Right, like so much earlier, these athletes are thinking about themselves as businesses, as brands. And it's amazing because they're carrying that with them to the WNBA, and so everything's just bigger.
The future of Angel Reese. Now that's a conversation worth having. Will she rise as the next WNBA sensation? Or will she remain a social media spectacle, trapped in a culture that struggles to see female athletes as just that, athletes? She's got the moves, the charisma, and the confidence to shine. But the real question is, will she be remembered for her game or for the controversy she stirs up online?
It looks like Angel Reese wants to be an OF model more than she wants to play basketball. It looks like she wants to be a streetwalker more than she wants to play basketball.
If Angel Reese stays laser-focused on sharpening her skills, improving her shooting efficiency, and locking down her defense, there's no doubt she could become one of the most dominant forces in WNBA history. She has the physicality, talent, and hunger to rise. But if she keeps leaning into the media circus, playing up the unapologetic drama, will people ever see her as just a basketball player? The conversation around her has shifted. It's no longer just about basketball, but about gender, too. Reese's stunts have ignited a bigger discussion on sexism in sports. Female athletes have long faced a double standard, and Reese seems to be the latest target in this ongoing battle.
I think she's fantastic for the WNBA. I love the fact that she's participating in this unrivaled league because she's made it very clear she doesn't want to have to go overseas to play.
This tension is exactly why Sue Bird's critique carries so much weight. Having been in the game long enough, she knows social media and personal branding matter, but they should never overshadow the game itself. Angel Reese is talented, no doubt, but her stunts, while entertaining, create more distractions than real achievements. If she can't find the right balance, carving out a legacy as a true WNBA leader will be a tough climb.
Your first-round draft pick had the season she had, the controversy she had, got injured in a questionable injury, asked out, and then started a podcast gossiping about everything in the league as a rookie? Please.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Caitlin's head down, just in the gym.
Ready to go.
You don't hear a peep from her.
Fans have been split on how to view Angel Reese. While some admire her boldness, others worry that her focus on attention is hurting the integrity of her career. And it's not just fans. Other players in the league are watching closely too, especially with the constant comparisons to Caitlin Clark dominating her position. The big question is, can Reese shift the narrative and prove she's more than just her online persona? Or will she keep heading down the path of distractions, never fully tapping into her true potential? This isn't just about basketball skills, it's about balance. Will Reese control her story and rise above the noise? Or will the hype drown out what she could really achieve? Time will tell. But one thing's certain, she's got the whole world watching. As Sue Bird continues mentoring younger players and setting the bar for excellence in the WNBA, Reese faces a choice. Will she take Bird's advice to heart and let it fuel her game? Or will she let the spotlight and social media define her legacy? Sue Bird's bombshell critique has thrown down the gauntlet. Now, it's up to Angel Reese to prove she's ready to step up and make the kind of impact her talent demands.